Good morning, it's Pamela. How's everybody doing out there? All right, well, today we're going to talk about, first I want to jump in the river on if you have somebody in your family that's either on drugs or alcohol or, this type of lifestyle that is something you don't want to accept. You have the right to not accept that. You have the right to step back and identify the situation. See if this person has changed through the years, if this person has gotten worse, either with drinking or drugs or, the things that people do that don't comply with your lifestyle. They actually danger others. They danger children. They're making excuses, wanting people to come to their camp as far as protecting them when they obviously, are dangerous. Most of the time, if they're drinking and they're driving, of course, they're like I've said before, you don't want to ever be in the room with mothers against drunk drivers. These women, their children have been killed innocently, and it's horrible. So if people want to get behind the wheel drunk or they live that lifestyle, it's time that we do something about it. The first thing you can do is identify with it and not try to cloud that. It is what it is. These people need to know. And they are in families, okay? And what you do is just step back, evaluate the situation, and of course you always want to pray for them. And let them know that, they're irresponsible. They're not good citizens. They're actually endangering everything. Everything they do is just, really... it's not good. Now, I'm not talking about a martini. I'm not talking about champagne at a wedding. I'm talking about people that drink every day, hide it, and their actions are just like way off the scale. They're constantly got it on their breath. They're behind the wheel. These are the type of people that you need to step up and say something to. Let them pay the consequences. That's what Pamela wants to tell you today. I want to let you know that you need to let them pay the consequences of breaking the law as far as drinking and driving, just the way they act. If you're, being codependent to them and saying, oh, this or oh, that, these people really aren't going to be mandatory classes to go to make that change. Okay, I'm not saying we're not born with a sin nature. We all have sin. If you don't want to use the word sin, we're all human and make mistakes. My Jewish grandfather said once, Pamela, have you ever seen a pencil without an eraser? Okay, what's that say? It says all pencils have erasers. All people make mistakes. The great thing is we are in charge of our life. We get to choose what we change. We get to choose being accountable. So I'm against drunk drivers. I'm against drug addicts. I'm against that. It doesn't blend on my palette, being an artist, and my canvas, okay? So I'm not going to put myself in that environment to be accepted. So I can have your acceptance. So I can be around you and your children or anybody you bring to the table to manipulate me. That's all. Remember, alcoholics and drug addicts, they're great manipulators, okay? So with that in mind, be aware of that. And it's Pamela doing a shout out about people in your family that are on drugs, people in your family that drink, and staying away from them, okay? Now, they'll come to you and say that they're done. And they'll come to you and say that maybe they've got 2 weeks in, that they haven't drank. Their health's at jeopardy. They've had accidents, rollovers, sued people. I mean, you name it. But it's never their fault. But one day, we have to be accountable for them by our actions and what we say to them. So it's Miss Cool saying, address drug addicts, alcoholics, people in your family or anybody you know with some guidelines and respect for yourself. Hey, have a great day. God bless.